Hey guys, it's Cook3 and welcome to part 4 of Let's Play Rhythm Tengoku. In the last part we completed the column over here, which has the plants and the penguins and the fox people. And in this part we're going to start this column. Now, this minigame is an interesting one to start with, because it's not like any of the games we played up to this point. Because rhythm is not really all that important in it. Strange it sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. Just making sure I don't lose track of it, which I probably already will do. But yeah, the thing with this one is, it doesn't matter if you get the rhythm right. You don't need to get it in the exact same timing as he did. You don't even need to be vaguely close. You don't even need to press the same buttons as he does. The only important thing is that you press the buttons the right number of times. And yeah, that's... So yes, there seems to be a sort of pattern though, is that it's... Let me see if I can... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say there's a pattern, but I was kind of wrong. But, well, there is one, it just takes forever to explain. And it's easy just to sort of tap out the rhythm the way he does. Maybe not at the same speed, but... Yeah, that's about it. Oop. I lost track here. Nope, no idea. I'm gonna hope that 43 is right, but I got lost because I hit it one too many times. Oh, no. But another thing about this is that if you get it wrong once, the game ends. So you need to do it perfectly, or you don't need to do it perfectly, but you do to get a superb. We've got a train again, apparently. But yeah, it's a strange little game. And I'm gonna go do my superb attempt on it now. Back in a sec. But yeah, the thing I was talking about with the pattern, which I said would take too long to explain, I'm going to explain it now anyway. But if you get the right number of notes for the first section, it's that times 3, plus 1 off from that times 2. So like, that one was 6, plus 3 sixes, plus 2 5s. And then just add whatever extra beats were at the end. So there you had 3 sixes, 18, plus the 2 5s, which are 10. Plus 1, 29. That's a way to think about it. If you're particularly maths-brained, odds are it's easier just to go with the rhythm, though. So yeah, for that I just tried to work it out because it was 3 9s plus 2 8s. And then hopefully, see. So you can use that if you like maths more. We got 100% right! So that means we get our superb and all is well. So if you want to do maths, there's your maths game for this. But if you don't, then avoid that game like the plague. Right, perfect remix, or perfect first remix attempt. Number 1, and 2 and 3, whichever one I get it right on, if any. Back in a sec. Well, that was quick. Damn it. Twice! Bloody hell. Well, apparently I'm not going to succeed at that one, because I can't even get the first note right sometimes. Anyways, yes, now we have Spacewalk. Those of you who have 3DSs might recognize this guy if you ever use the music channel thing, or music application, I guess. The point of this one is to press A when he's stepping on the little squares, and just keep that up, essentially. That's all there is to it as far as I remember. I don't think there's any mixed up rhythms. Just keep pressing A in the rhythm and you're good to go. If you do it correctly, then you'll get these nice big plants. If you do it slightly off, then it'll say, I think, like NG, and you'll get a tiny little plant. If you completely miss, it'll just look like a musical note on the square and nothing good will come from it. And yeah, I guess the text is saying something interesting, but as I said before, Japanese, yay! In most cases I try to avoid talking just because, like, I want to make sure I stick to the rhythm, but with this, it's mainly that I've run out of things to say about it. I mean, I like this game, but it's not the most fascinating. It's also, at times, surprisingly difficult to get on the beat, I've found, at least in the future, with remixes and whatever. I'm not sure why, I just every now and then have difficulty getting into the beat properly, but I guess I'm just crazy. As you know, full and well. But I think we should be coming up to the end right now. Boom. And we get a star rod for some reason. Apparently we are Kirby in another dimension, where he can't eat things. And yeah, I think I only like half missed 3. That counts as just okay, so I think at this point the game is starting to be a bit more strict. So that's a lot of fun. Anyways, superb attempt, go! Good start. Boom! That should be it, and that's the requirement for perfect is to get that first note right, in which case I'm probably screwed forever. No, we got superb, so it's all well and good. And we're flying among the stars. Yay! Oh, this game, I remember this one. This one, it's... See, I can get the rhythm right most of the time. But what I have real trouble with is explaining how the rhythm works. Like, it's something you... It's more something you just get a feel for than you can actually succeed or in describing to someone. Apparently I don't know the rhythm at all. I'm just lying to you all. I think it's probably more because I'm talking to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of the time I don't even think I get the rhythm right, and then apparently I do, and vice versa, so... What can I say, guys? It's a strange little game based around calligraphy, so, you know, odds are it's not going to be particularly normal when its calligraphy is involved in a rhythm game. To be fair, normality is generally not present when it comes to WarioWare style games, or games made by that part of Nintendo in any case. Oops. I'm losing my ability to write. And I don't actually know any of these symbols at all, so oh well. This is a comma, only strangely done. And so yeah, you basically have two separate kinds of rhythm, is this one, and you have the which is a bit... Yeah, I think maybe if you want to understand how the rhythm for this one works, you'd have to download the game yourself, or buy it, if you want to be nice and legal, which I'd approve of, but I wouldn't blame you if you downloaded it. This bit always gets me stuck. I always manage to screw it up somehow. Yes! Okay, but I still think I probably only got an okay, because I missed like 4 or something earlier. But yeah, just a pretty strange, fun little game, but strange little one as well. But yeah, really, maybe play through the tutorial and you'd be able to get an idea, but it's just something you get a feel for. I keep saying that over and over again, just because I don't think I've managed to establish that point well enough. But yeah, it's... I don't know. It's confusing, man. Anyways, this is... I have no idea. I'm gonna call it Machine Day! The aim of this one is, if there are things going along on the bottom row, then you press A in time with the rhythm. It's kind of repeating the rhythm essentially, but you can also just work it out from the... from the visuals, which, for the rhythm games, you generally should try to avoid doing, but obviously in some cases it's going to be unavoidable. And based on how many platforms there are and what time they come up affects how many times you need to press a button and how fast you need to press them. And obviously it gets a little bit more complex as you go along. And apparently I screwed that one up quite epically, and yes, if they're on the top row, then use the D-pad, and I accidentally tapped it twice, so that didn't help. But hopefully we should all be good to go in any case, soon enough. This one is actually surprisingly difficult to focus on when I'm talking. I mean, all the games are pretty difficult to work with, but, well, when I'm talking in any case, but, I don't know, this one just seems to be being a bit extra tricky for some reason. It's not a hard game by any means, it's pretty nice and relaxing, really. It gives you a nice break from bizarre calligraphy and jumping in the sky, but what can I say? They're getting so fast, only they're really not. It's not a big problem at all, but hey. I need to say something or else I'll feel like I'm going to explode. It's just my way, guys. We should be coming up to the end pretty soon, right? Because I think you guys are probably getting quite bored of hearing me talk as much as I'm getting bored of talking. There we go. I think that should be a thing. Just okay, yeah, I think this is probably one of the ones which is so simple that you need to get it perfect to do Superb, so I don't know. Anyways, back in a sec when I've done that in Superb. Okay, that should be it, I think. Got lots of exclamation marks, it's a good sign. So yes, we have a great factory! Or something. And perfect attempt on Falcon Punch. Hooray! Back in a bit. Okay, I know I haven't got it perfect, but I decided against that one because I got pretty far through and I realized how long that game is. So if I keep messing up, I'm just gonna be spending forever there. So, this is Rap Brothers, I believe it's called. I have no idea, but it's rap something. And I'll just describe as we go along. The main thing to focus on with this is the colour of the text. The guy over on the right, the red, not on the right, on the left. I'm good at telling what directions are. Well, from their perspective, he's on the right. Anyways, the guy who's red will say a thing. If it's got blue text, you just tap the button once in time. Boom. You also can tell because it ends with Deska. Just, if you work better with sound, then go with that. But I should imagine colours would... Sorry, colours would probably be easier, but as you saw there with the purple text, or the one which ends with Kamone or something along those lines, you have to press twice. Press back to once. And we're not done yet. We still have one more colour to introduce. That one's a bit hard to get. Because it's less of a regular rhythm. Sounds like he's saying psycho. Maybe he is, but... yeah, he's definitely saying psycho. But yes, so that one you have to hit twice again, only in a slightly different rhythm. It's closer to one another, essentially. You can't always depend on the sound though, apparently. Because you heard there it sounded like it's something different. It said Nayo. I don't know, man. It's all Japanese to me, because, you know, it's in Japanese. What can I say? It's as simple as that. So, we did good, because I think we hit all the notes perfectly, and, it's a pretty terrifying smile you got there, yellow guy. But in any case, yes. We're going to move on to the 4th remix now, and say screw you to random box head people. Yes, 4th remix, go! I can't remember this one either, but I'm sure it'll become evident. Now, remember that I got a perfect attempt on this when I was doing a practice file. And you don't actually need to get those first beats correctly. You can just run without pressing any buttons and it'll count for whatever reason. And I have no idea, but it's possible that in the remix, the rhythm of those counts. Like only when you're doing a perfect run or whatever. But it might be that the rhythm counts when you're pressing the buttons there. When it didn't in the original game, so... I don't know. I've never gone off the rhythm, I think, when I was doing it for a perfect attempt, so... can't really say for sure. I have to say, this song, I kind of find it a bit boring. It's not bad, but... it's just not anywhere near as interesting as most of the songs. Even when it picks up speed, it's just... eh. Nope. Okay, I killed him. That was not a good plan. So treat your Space Explorer well, or they'll fall to their death, apparently. The game won't show you that, but it's heavily implied. Really? That's the only I want to know what it meant. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it meant. Something along those lines in case. Wow. The guys along the side are dancing really weirdly. And the girls' dances weren't exactly normal, but I think they were normaler. Also, why is this guy blue? It makes me think of, something from Maniac Mansion. I didn't pay attention to that at all, whoops. Did I get it right? Yes! Phew, that was close. Yeah, it makes me think of Maniac Mansion, if anyone ever played that game. I used to play it, but I could never understand it, because I was only a kid at the time, and even now, I don't understand it too well, and... aw, puppies in love, I think, and also people in love. I don't know. Maybe we helped them find what it meant to love again. Because before then there'd been crustaceans or something. white crustaceans? I don't know. I just think they seem a bit incapable of love. It's a bit mean, Joe. Anyways, I'm gonna leave now before I ramble even more than I already have. So, thank you guys for joining me today for Rhythm Tengoku. Join me again on Monday for more of it. I'll actually try and record some Colin Bound next week. Sorry I didn't do that. I just kind of never got around to it. Whoopsie. But yes, I will see you guys then. Goodbye.